Like I'm literally,
How has this affected you in the past?
it's actually made me throw up physically. And right now it's sitting about here.
How is it different?
I don't feel sick and I don't have anything sitting there.
Interesting. Good.
Like, seriously, I have nothing sitting there. That's so weird.
Do you feel anything?
No, not at all.
Does that feel slightly more empowering?
It definitely does, yeah.
Good. That's surprising.
Surprising.
Is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to release this phobia today?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay. And now I'm just gonna, is it perfectly safe to release the phobia?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously I'm going to ask you what the phobia is. Weirdly, obviously in NLP, we don't need to ask the content. I'm going to for the purpose of this, but we don't need to if anybody ever doesn't want to say what it is. Okay. So just so you know. Now, is it in your conscious brain, like your rational brain? Is there a reason, like, is there a good reason to have a phobia of the thing that you're phobic of? Is it safe for you to have a rational response to whatever it is? Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's perfectly rational that you can feel calm and relaxed around. Even if you need to move away from something, you can do it in a calm and relaxed, efficient way. Resourceful, I think, is the key term, isn't it? Key term. Okay. And again, just to reassure you, I'm not going to do anything. No surprises. I'm not going to ask you to do anything other than kind of think different things so we can test, and then we'll just remove it. All right. So first of all, what is the phobia, just for the purposes of the demo?
It's seeing snakes move. Like I'm literally.
And it makes you, yeah. So what you were thinking of just then.
Yeah.
In your head, what were you thinking of just then? Was it a particular picture or?
Yeah, two pictures come to mind immediately.
Okay, give me a label for picture number one.
Father-in-law.
And second one?
Second one, Sir David Attenborough.
Great. Okay, lovely. All right. Now, because of the reaction was basic on even just the thought, like there's no need for us to go any further in terms of seeing how much more of a reaction we can get. I'm no interest in doing that. That's enough. The moment that you think of it, that's when you get the nausea. How has this affected you in the past?
It's actually made me throw up physically. And right now it's sitting about here.
Okay, so just use your anchor just to go back to that safe space. And just importantly, saying what you say to yourself when you're calm and relaxed. Really just say what you say to yourself in your mind. Okay. Lovely. Good. Well done. Marvelous. Well done. Okay. So that's the worst bit. All right. So what we're going to do now is we've got the strategy is very simple, right? You've already sort of said what the strategy is, and we've already calibrated a very clear, strong body language, right? That we can calibrate again later. So let's start the actual process now to release this. You ready? All right, so I want you to imagine that you're in this beautiful cinema, okay? Notice the color of the seats, the texture of the seats, how wonderful it feels to be in there. This is your private cinema, okay? As such, you have total control over every single thing that plays on this cinema. You can either think it or you can use the remote control, but you have total control over what appears on the screen in front of you. So right now, I'd like you to test that theory and just put a cartoon or something funny up on the, or something nice, a picture of a beach or whatever you want to see on that screen, something that you'd enjoy. So just enjoy that for a moment. Okay, so we've got this beautiful cinema. I've got the Black Panther showing. You can make the screen as big as you like so it's comfortable to watch. So don't be too close, don't be too far away, just make it absolutely perfect. Okay, and I just want you to check that you can control what's on the screen. So pause the film. So just pause it for me. Yeah. Then imagine you can skip forward a few scenes to the good bit. Okay, and then freeze frame right at the end, like the end credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then skip right back to the beginning where the title's at the beginning. Yeah, just imagine it. And then imagine, skip to kind of the middle bit, but then take all the color out so it's just kind of black and white and a bit dull. Yeah. Okay, and then when you've done that, just want you to imagine that you could literally kind of black out the screen so there's nothing showing. Like switch it off completely. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Now, most important bit here is you leave yourself sitting having that lovely champagne experience. Yeah. And if you can bring yourself to float out of your body and imagine that there's like a projection booth behind you. So an actual separate room behind the cinema where the projector and all the reels of film are kept. And imagine you can float in there now and then kind of look through the little window at yourself in the seats. So you can still see Sam there with her champagne and her popcorn. Yeah, watching the film. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny?
It doesn't take long to drink a glass.
No, you want the bottle, love. You want the...
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Why are you
I
drinking
see
it?
myself refilling it.
Okay, good. Right, so Sam's there with her bottle of champagne and her popcorn, having a lovely time, and you can see kind of the back of your head through the booth. Good, awesome. Now that you're in the projection booth, the projector is there, but I want you just to take a look around because somewhere in that booth there are several reels of film depicting the major memories causing this phobia. Now, one of them may be the first ever experience. We don't know, but have a look around and just quickly off the top of your head, count how many reels there are. Kind of gut feeling.
3.
Perfect. Okay. Now, what I would do is I'd put them all in one place so they're nice and safe and out of the way for a moment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can even put them in locked cabinets if you need to, right? So you know that they're not going anywhere. But I want you to pick the first one. If there is an earlier one, pick that one and just hold the reel of film. So it's in, is it one in one of those metal cases?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So take it out of the box, pop it into the projector, or you can give it to, a man that can. So give it to someone to do it for you, but pop it up onto the projector. Okay. Now, what's going to happen next is you're going to have that memory play on the screen, but you are going to kind of watch it out of the corner of your eye whilst you look at the back of your own head in the seats. Yeah. So you're going to be in the projection booth, peeking through the window, and you're going to keep your eyes fixed on the back of Sam's head. And only in the background are you going to see this memory playing out. Yeah. Just nod to let me know you understand. We haven't started yet, so don't get ahead of me. So you're not ever going to look at the screen directly. You're only going to see it out of the kind of corner of your eye. So you'll notice what's happening, but it won't be sort of head on. Yeah. Yeah, you ready? Okay, it's going to happen in black and white. So you're going to play the movie in black and white. So when you're ready, the film's going to start before anything ever happened, and it's going to end well after anything happened and you're safe and sound again. Okay, so when you're ready, pop it up on the screen, black and white. Okay, go over to the projection booth window so you're looking at the back of your head. If it helps, you can put your hand kind of where the back of your head would be, and another hand where the screen is, just to really separate them out. Yeah, and watch it in black and white all the way through to the end. That's it. Faster than real time, but just let it play out on the screen. You're aware of it, but it's like it's happening to someone else. Okay, and let me know when you get to the end. So it's just in the background, like it's happening to someone else. Keep your eyes fixed and focused on the back of your head in the seats.
At the end.
You're at the end. Great. Okay. So open your eyes for me. Well done. Did you peek at the screen at any point?
No.
No? Good. But you were aware of it happening?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay. So make sure you're using your anchor if you need to.
Yeah.
That's it. All the time being calm and relaxed.
Yeah.
So from this vantage point, with it playing out as if it would happen to someone else, were you able to notice anything this time around that you hadn't noticed before? Anything kind of a positive that might constitute a positive learning, let's just say, or a different perspective?
I didn't get up and leave the seat.
Which is remarkable, which is wonderful. And about the memory itself, was there anything in it? So some people notice from a different angle, they're like, oh, it wasn't as close to me as I thought, or it's, oh, it wasn't actually, I wasn't in danger, or, oh, it wasn't as bad as it felt at the time.
I could remember there was a lot of laughter beforehand, and then there wasn't laughter.
Okay all right.
But yeah, for me the positive was the fact that we were really relaxed and laughing, and we were having a nice family dinner.
Sure.
And that's what I could kind of see in the background as I was sat there watching myself.
And the rest of the memory played out though, yes? So that,
yes. Yeah.
Perfect. And was it the earliest one or just one of them?
It was the earliest one.
All right, so it's up to you whether we do that again, just to double check that you didn't peek. You definitely didn't peek. Fine. Okay, that's all we need.
No, it was there in the background, but it wasn't. I was watching me and noticing how I didn't get up. It's like, right, you move it.
That's fine. I just wanted to double check that, because that's the crux of it, is that you didn't peek. So that's brilliant. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of mess with this memory so it can't play again.
Okay.
So as long as you've kind of collected any positive learnings from the experience, obviously we always want to hold on to anything positive that comes out of an experience, but we can let the actual experience go because we don't need it anymore. All right, so what we're going to do is mess with the actual memory. Now, if it's all right with you, I will share my computer sound, if that's all right with you, so I can play a piece of music. Okay, because it's very important that we play this piece of music on this part of the technique. Okay, so what's going to happen is, if you get back into the projection booth for me, okay, now this time you're going to freeze frame that event like way after, right at the end, where everybody's happy and you know, and everybody's safe and long forgotten, all of it, and it's fine. And in a moment you're going to float into the screen and into the original memory, but you're going to play it in reverse. So you're going to kind of, do you remember the Charlie Chaplin films and things, you know, the funny movements? Well, you're going to do that in reverse and go backwards. So kind of like, yeah, like a reverse of the memory, but so you're going to experience it backwards in color from the end to the beginning. Okay, and it's going to happen as fast as you possibly can do it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're ready, float into the memory now and rewind as fast as you can. Yeah?
Yeah.
You back? Okay, open your eyes. Okay, good. Okay, right. So next thing, we're going to do this a few more times. So each time kind of the break state, just going to kind of open your eyes, shake shoulders. How are your shoulders feeling? Are they feeling any more relaxed, Jess?
A little bit more relaxed than what they were at the beginning.
Good. All right. So again, back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end where you're totally safe. And when you're ready, you're going to float in and rewind as fast as you can, all the way back to the beginning. You ready? Go! Yeah. Lovely. Okay, open your eyes, straight shoulders. Good. You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Good. A couple more times. What happened to that one?
It was just the image of seeing my father-in-law jumping up and down backwards.
With this theme music as well, it's even better.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably good. All right, so one more time, back in the projection booth. Freeze frame at the end where everyone's safe and well. And when you're ready, float in and rewind as fast as you can. Go!
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. All right, now, so normally we would do it 5 times. Yeah, so we'll just do it once more because you're almost there. So we just do it once more. You might even really struggle to get the memory back at one point. It gets kind of so faded. So really try this time. Get back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end.
It was actually difficult this time round. Right. It was almost like I only got a bit of it and then the rest of it was gone.
Great. Okay. So one more and it'll be done. So freeze frame at the end where everybody's fine. All right, get ready, float in and rewind. Very good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what would you like to do with this reel of film?
Burn it.
Burn it. You're a burn it girl. Me too. Okay, so how would you like to burn it? Would you like an incinerator, matches? How would you?
Great big oven thing.
Ooh, like the incinerator-y type thing. Lovely.
Freddy Krueger style, in it goes.
You might be surprised to learn that there is an incinerator in the projection booth. Feel free to close your eyes and just imagine burning this reel of film.
Yeah, it's right in there.
Good. Lovely. Okay. Awesome. All right, so we're going to take the next reel of film now, which can be any one of the 2 remaining ones. It can be, again, the next earliest or just ever the one that's the kind of the one you least like. But take that one next.
The one that I least like. Okay, yeah, okay.
Lovely. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. So give it to someone else to put on the projector. Same thing again. So you're going to watch it through the little window. You're going to watch the back of your head. And it's going to happen in the background as if it's happening to someone else. It's going to be in black and white from the beginning where everybody's fine to the end where everybody's fine. And it's going to happen a bit faster than real time for me. Yeah, you ready? Okay, off you go. Just keep watching the back of your head as it's happening, as if it's happening to someone else. All the way over there in the back. All the way over there. Using your anchor if you need it. Yep. Black and white, faster than real time, as if it's happening to someone else. All the way to the end.
Done.
Lovely. Okay, well done. Just really kind of put on that anchor a little bit. Just make sure you're like totally chill. Good. Okay. All right. Can you drop your camera down a bit so I can see a bit more? It's all right. No, you don't have to change.
Sorry, I'm sat on my bed. I had to come into a different room.
That's all right. As long as I can see, that's perfect. Lovely. Okay, so from this vantage point, and you didn't peek on this time either, no?
No.
Perfect. So from this vantage point, were there any kind of new perspectives, any learnings, you know, that stood out to you this time around?
I wasn't looking directly at the screen. Watching myself, myself in the seat wasn't watching it directly at the screen. I was doing what I did as a kid, and I was like that.
Yeah, good. And in terms of the memory, being able to see it from that vantage point where it's kind of happening over there to someone else, were you able to kind of get any different perspective on it that might be helpful to learn from?
No, I think maybe I could still see, I could see myself watching it from the side, but I could still see a bit of it on the screen. It was still kind of there, but it was a bit like watching the, the really, really fast version of it rather than the actual real-time version, if you know what I mean.
I'm with you. But nothing obvious in terms of learnings stand out to you?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, as long as you didn't peek and you watched it in peripheral, that's fine. Good. All right, so well done. So now we're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to freeze frame at the end. Freeze frame at the end, you're going to float in, but rewind it, associated all the way back to the beginning as fast as you possibly can. Okay, are you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're ready, freeze frame at the end, float in, and well done. Just take a minute with the anchor. That's all good. Breathe it in, relax. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Right. Need to sort of burn some sage or whatever in between.
What the witches use.
Is it like it's supposed to be like an energy cleanser or something? Like you clean a room or yeah, maybe. I'm sure it is. Good. All right. So I'm going to do that again.
Yep.
Good. Okay. So when you're ready in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end where everybody's fine, and get ready to float in and rewind. Go. Good. Well done. Okay. To the screen. Good. Okay, right. So as you do this, it's going to get harder to get it back. So when you're ready, back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end where you're perfectly safe, and you're going to rewind through your own eyes. You ready? All right, go. Clear the screen. Getting harder to get back, or is it still there?
Yeah, it is getting harder to get back.
Okay, so we'll do it one more time at least then. When you're ready, frame at the end where you're safe. Full color this time, rewinding it through your own eyes. Are you ready?
Yep.
Go! Nice. My shoulders are very relaxed now.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, good. Okay, so do we need to do that one more, or are you?
No.
No, you're good with that one. Brilliant. Okay, and what do you want to do with this reel of film?
Yeah, incinerate it.
Incinerate it. Marvelous. So lovely.
Flames are licking it all up.
Are you incinerating the cans as well, or just the reels of film?
Just the reels.
Just the reels. Okay, so if you want to, you can find something really positively, beautifully symbolic and pop it into the can to replace the reel of film with if you want to. So whether that's like a flower or something sort of symbolic that might sort of suddenly appear in the projection booth.
Baubles.
Baubles.
Like Christmas baubles.
Oh, lush. Okay, good. Brilliant. So pop them in for those 2 reels of film, so that you've got something really precious and lovely in those reels now. Yeah, nice. And finally, so we've got the number 3. Yeah. And when you're ready, have a minion pop it onto the projector for you. Again, from where you're safe to where you're completely safe. And same routine as before, watching the back of your head. It's playing on the screen as if it's happening to someone else. All right, when you're ready, in black and white, all the way through, quite a bit faster than real time. Off you go. All the way over there, like it's happening to someone else.
Done.
Done? Fabulous. Okay, lovely. So come back to me. And again, when you think about, are there any kind of learnings or new perspectives on this one, just from being able to see it from a slightly different angle?
It didn't feel as scary on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know any reason why? Was there anything that sort of made it more obvious to you at the time, like, oh, I was actually quite safe, or any?
I think when I can see the image from a distance, I can see how ridiculous my ex-mother-in-law looked. And it just made me realise that it was probably her screaming that probably triggered a reaction in me.
Right.
That then made me feel sick because she told me what was happening. But from a distance, I could see her reactions and.
Got you. Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. All right. So same routine as before. We're going to play it in reverse. You're going to float in and experience it backwards and rewind it. And so when you're ready, back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end. When you're ready, float in and rewind. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Awesome. Off you go.
Sorry.
What's I wish I was in your head right now.
Oh, you would die. You would literally just be pissing yourself, if you excuse the expression.
Oh, brilliant. Good. All right, well, you're going to have to do it a few more times.
Sorry, yeah.
When you're ready. Okay, so back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end where you're totally safe, and then when you're ready, float in and rewind fast. Good. Awesome. Okay. Clear the screen. Okay. 2 more times. Ready? Freeze frame at the end. Back in the projection booth. Freeze frame at the end where you're safe. And when you're ready.
Go.
Marvelous. Open your eyes. Clear the screen. Shake shoulders. Shake your boots. It's like Timotei hair.
I know. I would do, but it's just a brush at the moment because it's been washed. I'm literally like trying to control the curls.
Right, one more time when you're ready. Back in the projection booth, freeze frame at the end where you're safe, and get ready to float in and rewind now. Oh! I tried to read that one. Were you done? Good.
I can barely see that last one.
Perfect. Okay, good. All right, so what do you want to do with this reel of film?
Yeah, incinerate. Burn it.
Burn it. Hear the sound of the incinerator.
It's crackling.
Nice. Beautiful. Unnecessary experiences just blown away. Good. And if there's something symbolic that you want to put in the can.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Okay. Now, just have a quick check around. Are there any other reels of film that we need to deal with?
No. There's an empty bottle of champagne.
Now, if you look carefully, there's a fridge in the projection booth filled with champagne, my friend.
Yay.
Just stocked up. Okay, good. Awesome. So now that we've dealt with the reels of film, now we're just going to kind of test and future pace and see where we've got to. Okay. So quick break state. What is your favorite type of champagne?
Grand Perrier rosé.
I thought you were going to say like cold.
Has to be chilled though.
A bit of Laurel Perrier.
Bit of Laurent Perrier.
Nice. That is my favourite.
Can't do Moet.
No. Me and my sister used to share a bottle of pink Laurent Perrier at Christmas. That little thing that we had. Cool. That's back when we were allowed Christmas. remember back then.
Feels like ages ago.
What's that? It does, doesn't it?
Feels like ages ago, literally.
It does. Right then. So, well, you might be cracking open a bottle soon. So let's see, shall we? So let's just test. Okay, so beforehand, right, you might remember a few minutes ago, I asked you to kind of think about what is it that you don't like about snakes, right? So, or what the phobia was. So remind me, what was it?
It was the way that they move.
Okay. And when you think about that now, how is it different?
I don't feel sick, and I don't have anything sitting there.
Interesting. Good.
Like, seriously, I have nothing sitting there. That's so weird.
Isn't it? Good. Okay. So normally, and so what do you feel now? So if you think about perhaps some of the pictures that that come to mind when you think about them, do you feel anything?
Just that they move fast.
Good. Okay, good. Now, there were a couple of memories in particular, or at least pictures that came to mind, weren't there, before?
Yeah,
Can you remember what they were?
I can.
And when you think about them now, what's different?
Well, one of the ones is the fact that they're moving quite fast. But actually, the gecko is moving even faster. So that was something. And the second one was, it was the necessary action.
Okay. And how do you feel differently when you think about those thoughts now?
Well, I don't feel sick.
Do you feel anything?
No, not at all.
Does that feel slightly more empowering?
It definitely does, yeah.
It's surprising.
Surprising.
Is it?
It's like, yeah. I'm literally wondering why it's not sitting right there, because it was in there when I was showering and it was in here when I was preparing. It's not there anymore.
Lovely. So when you think about, can you remember any past experience where you might have had that old reaction and now when you think about it, there's no reaction? Good. Now, when you think about a time in the future where, had it happened in the past, you'd have had a reaction, how is it different now?
Doesn't cause a reaction.
Good. Okay. So imagine, let's just for argument's sake, I want you to imagine that you walk into the living room and there's something on the TV. How is it different now?
I'd watch it.
Yeah? And feel nothing, or?
No, I think I'd just watch it and not feel phased by it.
Great.
Don't get me wrong, I don't like them, but I wouldn't necessarily need to change the channel, get up and move.
Great. And is that where you want to be? Is that where you'd like to be in terms of, like, I don't really need to have a reaction, as opposed to you want to be able to do a particular thing?
Yeah. No, I don't want to have a reaction, so that's actually about right for me.
That's fine for you. Yeah. Great. Okay. And is there anything that you want to test while we're together in terms of something you'd like to be able to do, other than, like, I don't know, for example, I don't know whether like TV, pictures, anything that normally happens in your day-to-day life that you want to test here with me and see how it's different? No, you feel confident?
Yeah, I actually feel really quite relaxed.
Good. I'm very, very pleased about that. Yeah, good.
I feel really relaxed. No, I feel fine.
Lovely. And where are you going to keep these cans, with the symbols in them? Where are you going to keep those?
I'm going to put them up on a wall.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. And what do they represent to you?
Happy times.
Happy times. Good. Excellent. Now, just for argument's sake, I just want you to imagine that we're kind of a year or 2 years down the line. Mm-hmm. How is your life different, even in a small way, as a result of the work that you've done tonight?
I think realizing the difference between an actual fear and an actual phobia is actually really quite important.
Right. And what's the important difference that you've noticed?
that I can actually do something about the fear, but I can also do something about the phobia, which I didn't think I could do at all. So, you know.
And has it added any kind of freedom to you, do you think?
Yeah, because I'm in control.
So it's not going to limit your choices in the future, but give you more choice and more options and more empowerment.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
No barriers.
No barriers. Good. And are you happy with that?
Yes.
Are you pleased with yourself?
I am.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks so much.
You are so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks.